The specimen needs to be destroyed. We couldn't even hold her in that tower, and now the Prophet...
Destroy the lamb? His hair?
If we modify the procedure, we could... It would be safer for everyone. It would seem an accident.
Oh, jeez, what the hell happened? She shouldn't have been here this long. She should just have arrived. What the... Okay. Got it. No mercy.
You're not eating, love. Is something the matter?
I'm not hungry.
You'll need to eat sooner or later. If you hold out for DeWitt, you'll just starve to death. Come now.
What the fuck have they done? Well, shame I didn't know
What did the
about.
Lord receive in return for his gift? Eve and her apple, Sodom and Gomorrah. Humanity wrote a bad check, and the blood was the only way to settle accounts. For what is Columbia, if not a different arc in a different time?
You know, according to King Solomon, the sins of Sodom and Gomorrah was that they were very inhospitable to foreigners, and in fact were very cruel to their guests. Doesn't that sound a lot like this place? Also, even the apple, I never really even the fruit of Eden, because it's never actually written anywhere that it's a goddamn apple. That's an interpretation that came later. But one thing I never got about was that they didn't know about good and evil before they ate the apple. So how the hell were they supposed to know that disobeying God was a bad thing? They were like children, innocent, with all that entails. That also entails being ignorant. That's one thing I never understood about that story. That's probably why I prefer my girlfriend's interpretation better, that it's you know, symbolic of children growing up and leaving home, not meant to be taken literally. That makes much more sense to me.
The child is ready. It's time.
Prophet, even if we cure her, why do you think she'll do what you ask?
My daughter has two problems, Doctor. One is the condition your science will cure her of. The other affliction is of a spiritual nature.
What affliction is that?
Hope.
Yikes. This guy's...
Your surgery is tomorrow, you know. You better eat. Oh, you still expect DeWitt to burst in and rescue you, don't you? It's been 6 months.
6 months.
The hell? Something happened at that bridge that caused a 6-month delay in time, trying to keep me away. That's why it's snowing now. Also, I'm beginning to suspect that maybe I'm just best off not being noticed by that guy. They're like the cameras in Bioshock.
A man once promised me that he would free me of my chains. But in the end, he abandoned me to serve his own needs. But in some ways, I thank him. He showed me exactly how much faith our species deserved. God put his faith in men once too. It seems that we have something in common. Disappointment.
Jeez.
I did not always love the prophet. In truth, I...
This is sickening.
I even denied that I was his. I followed a man who seemed to be everything my father was not. That man was a false shepherd. And when the wolves came for me, he was nowhere to be found.
Comstock, when I get my hands on you, torture will be an inadequate word to describe the pain and suffering you're going to endure in the last miserable moments of your pathetic existence! Oh, whoops. Somebody dropped the camera. Oh, fell in themselves, maybe. Man, this place is fucked up.
There's the switch.
What I've done cannot be undone. I cannot stop what I have put in motion. But perhaps I can keep it from ever starting. He was my first hope. And now, he is my last.
Should be able to head downstairs and get to Elizabeth now.
Hopefully. Ah! Jesus Christ!
Where is he? Gotta reload! After him, quickly!
Come on.
Don't make me hurt you!
Oh, don't worry. I'm not particularly afraid of you managing to hurt me. You seem quite bad at it, let's be honest. Oh, I almost missed that.
I am here to finish my father's work, as he baptized me with water. preparing for the coming of the Lord.
Shoot the killer!
Others wait their turn.
Moving to cover!
Jeez, he's going to wage war in multiple dimensions.
The rebirth of the spirit. Sometimes mind gets in the way.
Hold up my head.
If the mind will not yield, then you must expose the mind to every version of itself. Either the mind will yield, or be reduced to a blank.
Fucking hell.
Tomorrow the leash comes off, because all of this has to end. But even if I destroy the siphon, will I be strong enough to see all the doors and open whichever I choose? And if I bring him here, who is to say that he would be any match for the monsters I have created?
Hell. Have they been using Elizabeth to create those alarm things, maybe? What the hell? Seems like Comstock's end goal is to not just attack this world, but every world. Fucking shit.
Elizabeth, hold tight! What? It's a tear. What is it?
Why do you ask what?
When the delicious question is when.
Lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
Moves, will move! Elizabeth?
As you can see, Booker, the lunatics are running the asylum.
That's quite the mess.
They don't even listen to me anymore. All I can do is watch as what I set into motion slides into its terminal stage. It took all I had left in me just to bring you here.
Elizabeth, I don't understand. I heard you screaming. I was coming to get you. Are we...
Here. Take my hand.